My theater teacher took me when I was in 10th grade to New York, and I still have those playbills from Pippin and Streamers, and went and saw Al Pacino a couple nights ago on Merchant of Venice, and I was going to bring something else, but I looked down at this and I realized that the whole film is about lifelong learning through the arts, and I think I'm learning now more than ever. So I'm still more excited about being in the room with Roland than I think I am about everything else. So it's about lifelong learning through the arts.
All right. Okay, I'm gonna go up. Lifelong learning from the arts. This is a picture of my 6-year-old in her little art project that she just started, that she asked me if I wanted to take with me when I went. And it just totally struck me as this is why we do this. It's for the kids, and I think it's fabulous that I'm able to send my child to an art class. It's not in school. I have to pay for it separate. And it makes me so sad that not every child gets this. And I feel like I look at what it does for her, and then I think of the kids who probably need it more. And I just think every kid should have the opportunity to hold up their artwork and be so proud of it.
There's this project in South Africa called the Keiskamma Art Project. And it's this idea of, everyone being able to create art and everyone having access to being able to tell stories through their art. And Keiskamma is in this tiny little village called Hamburg in the Eastern Cape. And it's been totally ravaged by AIDS. And there's basically been an entire generation wiped out. So you've got grandmothers looking after the kids. And it's incredibly poor, but they started this amazing embroidery project, and it's just completely brought the whole community together. And what they ended up doing is doing this sort of like Bayeux tapestry, but for their area. The cows are kind of central to it, which ended up being the length of a football pitch, and now hangs in the South African Parliament. So this amazing local community came together, made this really, you have to look at it, it's absolutely beautiful.
And that's all embroidery?
It's all embroidered, the whole thing. They ended up expanding it into this democracy project, which is all about Mandela and schooling and water coming to the... And then they ended up doing this altar project where they created these beautiful altar pieces which have been travelling around, all about, what's happened to their communities. And this is like a grandmother with the children she now looks after. But it's always really inspired me going there, because it's so much about what you can do with art and what you can do with storytelling, and how the local can then become more than the local, because this is a story that's now been told throughout South Africa, and it's actually inspired a lot of other communities to do similar work. So Keiskamma is my thing.
Cool.